Hey everyone, Clay from Brooklyn, Football with the Fellas. It's all about Big Blue, here with the Week 12 NFC East report. As you know, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coming in to play against us this week, the 1 o'clock game. So Mazo and I will talk about that in great detail later. But as far as the rest of the division, we have two teams within the division playing against each other. Another 1 o'clock game has the Dallas Cowboys and their 3-7 record coming into Washington to face the Commanders with their 7-4 record. Dallas has quite a few injuries, actually. Players who have not yet practiced this week include All-Pro wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, tight end Jake Ferguson, and both of their guards, future Hall of Famers Zach Martin and Tyler Smith. They're going to need those guards to get healthy if they're going to try and hold off this Washington pass rush. The limited participants in practice include cornerback Trayvon Diggs and cornerback Jordan Lewis, wide receiver Brandon Cooks, and defensive end Marshawn Newell. The one bit of good news for them is that Deron Bland, their cornerback who set all those records set records with all those pick sixes last year, has been on IR all year, but he looks like he might play this week. He's been a full participant in practice this week. Not that I ever want good news for Dallas, by the way, but looks like they'll get him back. As for Washington, they have a much shorter injury list. Cornerback Marshon Lattimore, who they picked up from the Saints at the trade deadline, has yet to play for them, and he hasn't practiced yet this week either. So it looks like Marshon Lattimore may still not play this week. Cleveland Farrell, defensive end, has been on the injury list the last few weeks. He also hasn't practiced yet this week. Limited participants in practice include edge rusher Dante Fowler and kicker Austin Seibert, but again, they have both also been on the injury report for the last few weeks, but have managed to play in the games. As far as the numbers, Dallas comes in 31st in the league, next to last in points allowed. They're giving up 29 points a game, and they are 24th in the league in points scored with 18 points per game. But that number is dropping because, of course, Dak Prescott is out for the season, and that number is going to continue to plummet, I'm sure. Washington is 14th in the league in points allowed. They give up 22 points a game, but they're 4th in the league in points scored. They score 28 points a game. So it looks like Washington, by the numbers, 4th in the league in scoring against a team who's 31st in the league in points allowed. Washington should be able to put up some big numbers, but you never know. Again, I never want Dallas to win. So much as I am ambivalent about Washington, I truly dislike Dallas. So I'm not going to say I'm rooting for Washington, but I'm rooting for a Dallas loss. The other game in this division is the Eagles, and their 8-2 record go out to Los Angeles to play against the Rams and their 5-5 record on Sunday Night Football. That's the 8 o'clock game. The Eagles have won 6 in a row. They are looking really good, led by Saquon Barkley. Don't get me started. But their offense is really cooking. They are 7th in the league in points scored, averaging just under 26 points a game, and 6th in the league in points allowed, giving up just under 18 points a game. So they are coming in hot and on a roll and look good. The Rams, who are always capable of putting up points themselves as well, with Matthew Stafford at quarterback, are currently 21st in the league in points scored. They're averaging 21 points a game, and 22nd in the league in points allowed. They're giving up just under 24 points a game. So, but the Rams are getting healthier as the season progresses, and their offense is looking better in the last few weeks. So that's another team that can, get after it and put points on the board. So this could be a high-scoring affair. As far as injuries, for the Eagles, edge rusher Bryce Huff, who they signed from the Jets last year in free agency, is out for the next couple of games for the foreseeable future with a wrist injury. Devontae Smith has not been practicing due to his hamstring injuries for the last several games, but he does seem to find his way onto the field from each game, so I expect he likely will do that again this week. Defensive tackle Milt Williams and edge rusher Galix Hunt are also limited participants in practice this week, so that could weaken their pass rush a little bit if those two aren't there. Although Milt Williams is more of a run stuffer, but their defensive line may not be quite as deep as it has been the last several weeks if those two can't play. The Rams, however, have guard Kevin Dotson and right tackle Rob Havenstein have been injured lately. Rob Havenstein actually has been limited participant in practice, so he's actually improving, but still not fully healthy. And Kevin Dotson hasn't practiced this week. So missing those two could really be key as far as opening up any holes in run game and holding off the Eagles' vaunted pass rush. So that's the report on the games this week. I'd like to now do the trivia question. Last week's trivia question, the question was, which New York Giant head coach is second all time in wins? Coach Steve Owen is first in wins. He coached for like a million years. He has a long lead in terms of wins. But I asked who was second. And the answer is Tom Coughlin. Tom Coughlin is the second most wins as a New York Giants head coach. And again, I'm talking about while coaching the Giants, not coaching in other places. And this week's question is about running backs. So I'm asking which running back in New York Giants history averages the most yards per game as a New York Giant. Again, I don't want to hear about what they did in other teams. I'm asking which New York Giant running back has record for most yards per game rushing as a Giant. So there you have it. That's this week's trivia question. That's this week's NFC East report. Please drop your answer in the comment section. Please share, like, subscribe, all those good things. This is Clay from Brooklyn, Football with the Fellas. It's all about Big Blue, and I'm out.
Big shout out to El Marquis Productions, the talent behind the music and production here at Football with the Fellas. It's all about Big Blue. Their beats bring energy and excitement to every episode. El Marquis' skills in mixing, mastering, and creating top quality sound make the podcast come alive each week. For your own projects, check out elmarquisproductions.com and take your sound to the next level.